Good morning, everyone. It's Leanne from Rivo Creations, and as you can see, I'm cutting some fabric. This is just cheap polka dot. It's very purple. The camera's not doing it justice, but I'll just see if that light's making a difference. Maybe. Can you see how purple it is? Anyway, I've got these palm cards. And they're quite useful in arts and crafts because you can do so much with them. You can use them for anything. Now they're lined and ruled, all ruled, and they look like that. Now I got these from Officeworks here in Australia. They're called palm cards. P-A-L-M, palm, like the palm of your hand. So they're just little notes. I think they used to use them in the old days. They used to just check over their notes and then go to the next one, so forth and so forth. So what I decided to do with them, because they're so cheap to buy, you have to come up with something, don't you? Something so small and card-like. You know, it's... So I thought, what can I do with them? And I did see Sanami Rose do some of her famous bed sheets on palm cards, but I have not gone through that elaborate way of doing it. I haven't backed it with some, what was she backing it with? Some paper stiffener, something like that, stiffen the fabric up. I've just directly sewn it onto the palm card. Now what I thought I'd use these for is recipe cards. Blonk, 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 blonk. You could have lots of them and write your own recipes on them. Both sides. And that stitch is accidental. That one, I had it on my sewing machine, and it's not the one I wanted to use. I just wanted to use a basic zigzag, and I'm going to turn it right now before I forget it. A zigzag. And that's what I wanted to use, just a basic zigzag. But that didn't turn out too bad, did it? Yes. It's just one of the stitches I've got on my machine. I've only got a couple. My machine cost $69 at one point. Yes, $69. It's all I could afford at the time. So I bought it. It's a Semco. Okay. So all I've done is I've got a strip of fabric. I've cut it down to about 1 inch. And I've used my pinking shears. My pinking shears, you know, those beautiful old pinking shears that our parents had. And we had. I had in the 60s. And all you do is you... I never noticed that before. Have a look at that. One's smaller than the other. This one's larger and that one's smaller. Do you notice that? I wonder why. They're not cutting too good. They're not, what's the word? Yeah, they're a funny little thing. Anyway, they're modern scissors. They're old though. I've had them a while. Okay, so I'm going to cut this off. I'm going to cut it off about there with my pinking shears. And I'm going to make the same colour on a few cards so we can have the same colour on some of them. I am going to give it some glue just down the centre a bit because I really want it to stick while I sew it. Now let's see if I can get it right. It's a bit smaller on the back. Maybe I could move it. About there. Let me see if I got it right. It's not too bad. It's not too bad. There we go. Just going to chop this little bit off. Shouldn't be there. Okay, that's one we have to sew down. So I'm just going to leave it on the pile. Okay. Do another one. And I put the glue in the middle, so when I sew it, it's not too bad. Well, I'm going to have to find a better way of folding this in half, so I know it's getting a bit... Right. That's a bit skew-iff. I'm going to have to take it back a tiny bit, like that. Okay, let's just do one more of this colour. It's just going to fit, aren't we lucky? Yes, we're lucky. Okay. Let's see if we can do it halfway. I think that one was a little bit better. And we've got it back to front. So let's turn it around. I want the cut edge or the pinking shear edge on the front. So let's try again. Try again. Now this is a tiny bit smaller. Yep. So that just fitted. But it's okay. Once it's sewn up, it'll look great. Okay, I'm going to get some more material. I've got these squares. I'm just going to see, and they just fit. Just. Ooh, I'll be lucky. Okay. Give it an inch. Now I'm just trying to figure out where the inch is. Out there. Okay, my own camera. Just gonna cut it. Now I had my grandson all weekend. I've cut that skew width. I'm gonna have to measure them. So I had my grandson and he was a bit listless. He's a bit sick. He's got this flu. And he's adorable as usual. Adorable. Just want to eat him up. He's so cute. Now, I did have that right, and then I've stuffed it. Come on, Leanne. There we go. There we go. There's another one. Now we can tidy it up as well on the edges. I like a neat finish. There we go. Now we're going to have to cut this a little bit straighter than we had. Oh my gosh. Okay, now we have to pick a mark. We have to stick to it. Okay, it's not too bad. Yeah, and he's a bit listless, but he's gone back. His grandfather picked him up. Well, it's got something on it. I'm going to get a new one. I can use that for something else. His grandfather's taken him back. He was adorable. Absolutely adorable. There's another one. Right, now I'm just trying to line these up so I can try and get some sort of straightness out of it. And I'll do the last one. It was also Mother's Day today. Happy Mother's Day to everyone around Australia. And I hope you received something pleasant and nice, or even a breakfast in bed. That would be nice, wouldn't it? Someone got your breakfast in bed for a change. Gosh. I don't think I've ever had breakfast in bed. Or, I shouldn't say that. I have had breakfast in bed, but I meant I've never been brought breakfast in bed by my children. Isn't that funny? Very, very funny. I remember my mum, I brought her breakfast in bed. It was expected. And my father would, because he worked for news agencies in those days, he used to buy presents, and the news agencies themselves used to have presents and gifts. I shouldn't say presents, I should say gifts, because that's what they were called, gifts. And they used to have a section on it at the news agency, and my father would buy my mother a present there and then give it to us kids to wrap, and then we'd wrap it and then we'd give it to our mother on Mother's Day. My father was very attentive to those things in those days. Not so much as he got older, but in the younger days, in his younger days. So we always brought my mother a present. And he celebrated wedding anniversaries very much. They were a big thing on his agenda, even though he wasn't a very good husband. But he believed in just buying that present. It was just something you had to do. And he did it. So I never received anything on Mother's Day, not yet. I may still get something on Mother's Day. I'm just waiting. Because I think that I possibly could get a present. I did get my daughter-in-law a Mother's Day present because she deserves it. She's got 5 kids. I don't know how she does it. She must be sleep deprived most of the time. And no doubt she gets very cranky. I've seen some of that, but you know, I can see why. The woman is responsible for 5 children. Right. Oh, look at this pretty colour. It's pretty. It's pretty. Look at that. It's very pretty. Okay. I don't mind it being a bit big. I mean, even if you chop that down the middle, it's not going to do two halves, really, will it? Oh, it might. Anyway, I'm not too sure about that. Let's cut it about there. Let's see. Let's just test it out first. See if we cut it down the centre, would that fit both sides? Let me see. So I did buy my daughter-in-law a box of chocolates, and I made her a card. And it was also one of her daughter's birthdays, so I made her a journal, and I gave her a beautiful card, and I hope she likes it. So I hope, Jody, you're out there listening. Happy Mother's Day. You deserve it. Now, why is that gone screwy? Better try that again. This glue dries very, very quickly. Maybe about there. Let me have a look. Let's bring it down a tiny tad. There we go. It's not too bad. It's not too bad, is it? Let's give it some more glue on the back here, just to hold it down while we sew it. Okay, it's not too bad. Yeah, so to all the mothers, happy Mother's Day, including myself. Oops, cut that and then it grabbed. Okay, let's put some more glue on that. It's not sticking as it should. It should stick to the fabric, the tacky glue. It's sort of stuck. Let's try something different. I've got some offcuts here I've had for a while. I want to use them up. Here they are. Let me see what I can do with it. Okay. So let's have a look at this. Try and get some understanding of it. Okay. Right, it's got the selvage in there, which we can cut off. Let's do that. It's getting closer to the election, everyone. If you don't follow politics, you don't listen to this garbage. But I love it. I always follow politics. I haven't always in life, but as I've got older, it riles me up to see where the country goes. And traditionally, we're Labor supporters, and that really hasn't changed over the years. If that makes you cranky, I'm sorry, but I can't help who I vote for. Well, we can help who we vote for. We vote for who we want. It's a democracy, isn't it? So, I've given that an inch, and I'm just going to rip it. Hopefully, it'll be straight. Yeah, sort of. It doesn't matter because it's going on here, and it will be fine. Yeah. I was just watching this morning, Barry Cassidy on the ABC. He had the opposition leader on, Bill Shorten, and just talking about things. And I just hope that we can move on as a country, that it's too far. It's been dogged with, what's the word? Behind the times. We seem to be just dragging our feet. That's a pretty dark one, but it's got pink in it as well, and white and black and grey. But it looks quite pretty. Right, I'm going to do a couple more of these. And that's probably enough. And I'm going to sew some on the machine. We're dragging our feet. We have to pull our socks up and start doing some more. What's the word I'm looking for? It's hard to tell what word I'm looking for. We're just behind the times. We need to move forward. And we need to move forward on climate change. We need to move forward on electric cars and solar power and all those lovely things that can save us money and help the environment at the same time. Right, that one's done. How many did I do with those? I think 2. How about if I do 2 more? I really like that pink. And let me just measure this again. I'm going to cut it about just over 1 inch. Oh dear, oh dear, come on. Okay, that really came apart really well. It's got some pink on it. You know what? I'm not going to do that. Let me just put that down a bit with the glue. It's not going to be machine sewed there. It's going to be machine sewed a little bit higher. Okay. Yep, we need to move forward, people. Come on. Right. Let's do that halfway. Sort of. There. Right, that's not too bad. They don't have to look all the same. I mean, basically, they really don't have to look even. They just have to have a pretty little top of fabric. Just a touch of fabric. It really, really makes them look pretty. It gives them a touch of colour. Gives them a homemade sort of feel. Or handmade, I should say. Not homemade. People get a bit about homemade. It's handmade. It's not manufactured. Right. I think we can stop right there. I've got heaps more material and I've got plenty of palm cards. We can make a giant set of them. I'm just trying to put this needle back in to my glue so it doesn't dry out, and it's a bit sticky on the top. That's why the needle's not going down. There we go, got it. Okay, so we've got plenty of material there, plenty of palm cards. We've got these ones we've done. Now all we have to do is machine sew it. I'm going to put my pinking shears back. They came in handy. They gave it a different feel and look. Oops, move over there, you lot. Right, here's my machine. And I've got it on my zigzag, the one I want. And I'm just going to run across the middle of that. Let me just see if it gets the back. It should. Okay. Right, let's see. Wow, that is a big zigzag. I might come down one smaller zigzag like that. Right, next one. Right, next one. Okay, let's do the next one. Next one. Okay, we'll just see how that one turned out. Yep, that one turned out fine. Next one. Okay. Needle up. Oops. Okay, the next one. Okay. I'm going to keep going. Next one. Okay. Just on the next one. Oops, I think we've done two together there. Let's have a look. I think we did. Never mind. Keep going. Okay. Just going to do a couple more and then we're finished. Last one. Cow, those boxes are for your clothes. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Now I am just going to separate all these. I'm just going to cut that a little bit. And there is the first one. Okay. So let's now all separate them. Okay, that's that one. Okay, another one. Another one. There's another one. Right, where are we up to? Right. That was one we done prior. Okay, let's do this one. Next one. Next one. A couple more to go. Two more. That one turned out a little bit screwy. Oh, it's okay. Same as that one. Okay, so there is our beautiful recipe cards that we're going to use. And they are quite colourful and pretty. Very pretty. I like all the colours. Just offcuts of fabric I had lying around. That's all you need. You really don't need to do any more than that. And yes, look at that. We sewed two together. Same fabric. That's okay. We have a double card there. Yeah. I like these polka dot ones. Yep. Okay, so that's what we've done so far. And that's a good start. Okay, I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. My son, my youngest son, he's 33. He's moving out, he informs me this weekend. Yesterday, in fact. So he's moved some stuff today because it's his day off. And I'm happy that he's moving out. But I'm also sad because the kid, as I call him, 33, the kid is stinking hopeless. I mean, let's face it, it's hopeless. Hopeless. Absolutely hopeless. So I hope this makes him. I mean, he has been out of home for 6 months before, but that's only his entire life. I mean, He hasn't been out of home except for 6 months out of his entire life. So let's just hope that he goes all right. I'm hoping he will. I'm hoping he'll be happier living on his own. Not sure why he wants to. It's free at home. I suppose he wants to just, do what everyone does. Can't live with mum and dad forever, I suppose. But I'm alone now. Absolutely alone. But I couldn't be more happy for him. It's exciting, isn't it, to go out and take your own home, and even if it is renting. I mean, most rents these days, if you pay your rent, the owners would leave you alone. I mean, there's no reason for them to have any trouble whatsoever. So he just wants to do it on his own, pack and move and all that. So the only thing I can do as a parent is support him. There's so much I want to say and do for him, but he won't let me. Maybe I've been mollycoddling him for too many years. I don't know. Perhaps. Perhaps. So good luck to him. Good luck to the young fella. This is about 1 inch, this ruler, wide. I'm going to tear off some old paper from a book. And I'm going to fold it over evenly, if I can. It's only 1 inch, so it's hard to do. There we go. It's got a little bit of greenery on it, and that's why I'm using it. I'm going to now make some plant cards. Yes, you heard me, plants, like that. It's got a bit of plant on top, a little bit of foliage. Okay, so I'm going to be left alone in the house all the time now. Don't know what I'm going to do. Have to do something, won't I? Won't I, won't I? So there we go. We're going to stitch that, and that will be pretty as well. Just going to give it a bit more than 1 inch. About 1/8 of an inch more. This is just an old plant book. It's no longer in use. It's old as the hills. Probably the 60s, I should say. Like me, old. Yes, old. Okay. Keep these little things. They may come in handy for something. Tabs or something. Who knows? Okay. All right. Keep going, Leanne. Sad as it is. Has anyone got an experience on leaving home? Was it sad for you? Was it happy for you? Did your parents cry? I did have a cry, to be quite honest, because I just wonder if he will be successful. He has come home before unsuccessful, so I'm very, very unsure if he'll cope. I hope so. I hope so. I will miss him. He's very quiet in the house. He doesn't make a noise. He likes his privacy. He's a bit quiet and private. Because he's all day working as a manager, no doubt people are screaming in his ear all the time. Blah, blah, blah. I can just imagine it. Oh, that one might be better. Yeah, I like that one better. He gets run off his feet. I know that. But you know what? Managers, they can't always manage themselves, but they can always manage other people and other things. So I hope he can make it a really good go of it. I'm hoping he will. Fingers crossed. I'm always here if he wants to come home. I always tell my kids that. If you have to come home, come home. It's no use going out there being in distress and not knowing what to do about a single problem when you've got family. I mean, some people don't have family. I never had any family to help me do anything. I did it alone, but in saying that, I'm not going to let my children have nobody. That's just cruel. My parents were cruel. Selfish. I shouldn't say cruel. They weren't cruel. They were just utterly selfish. Couldn't care less about anything but themselves, the both of them. Even though I've got good memories, fond memories, forget family. Why talk about them? Well, that didn't work. I'll have to cut that one. Okay, I like these strips of plants. I like them. I like the colour. I like the feel of this book. I like the paper it has. It's beautiful paper. I've said it before in another video when I used this book paper. It is beautiful paper. It just feels great. One more. And I have to cut this one. Okay, let's just cut it about there. Let's fold it. Times they are a-moving, aren't they? No. Times they are a-changing. That's it. Okay, we can sew these ones up. I can do them on camera, I suppose. Are you that bored? Do you need to watch me? Okay. It's a great day here on Sunday morning. I love the Sunday mornings. I watch my programs and then I then I can do some videos, and I can turn my sewing machine on, pull my cottons out, needle out. There we go. Alright, so we'll start on the green. The green, the green. Can everyone see? You can see just my sewing machine, can't you? Right, here we go. Right, that's pretty. I love this paper. That's 2. Come on, Leanne, don't put 2 together again. There's 2. Oh, I love these green ones. They're so pretty. Now, what's going on there? Right, there we go. Right, next. Just going to pull that out a bit. Next. Okay. Next. I still did a couple of fabric ones. Yeah, there's something stuck there. Not sure what that is. Okay, couple more to go and we're home free. Okay. Now, sounded like a cotton broke. No, it didn't. Thank God. Let me see. Yes, it did break. My mistake. Okay, I think we'll do those other ones off camera. There's only a couple. And, yeah, there's 4. We'll do them off camera. My machine's just about said, I want to rest. It's just such a cheap machine. Okay. There we go. I did a few more fabric ones when I was off camera. Yep. Oh, look at those beautiful green ones. Oh, I love them. Have a look. Aren't they sweet? They're just paper. They look really good. Very nice. So that'd be good for, what did I say? Plant, you know, like a recipe card. They're the plant for the plant ones. I can't even think of it at the top of my head. My son's upset me so much. He's not upset me. I'm just thinking of him. Thinking it's sad. But anyway, that's life, isn't it? I think that they're quite successful. Those beautiful palm cards, you know. They're good for writing about your plants, when you planted them, when to feed them, stuff like that. They're quite nice. I like them. Look at that one's got some pears and some other things there. Pot plants, clay pots. They are very sweet. I do like those garden ones. Then we have our fabric ones, of course. And they're all there. Got lots of purple ones, which I love the polka dot ones. And then we've got some of them. And we've got some of them. Roses, or one of them. There's another purple one. There's another rose one. Here's some beautiful linen. And then we've got our cheap off-cut seconds paper that I had. Right. So they will come in handy. Now you can do lots and lots. You can do a whole deck of just garden ones and a whole deck of just recipe ones. So there we go. I really enjoyed them, and I'll finish them off camera. And thanks for joining me today on a Sunday, a beautiful day. It's great to be here and alive. And some sad news, my son's moving out and I'll be all alone by myself. So until I see you next time, please take care, everyone. Bye for now.